totally snowy gaming, where a group of hunkered down primates wait out the snowmageddon by playing a not at all nerdy game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Primates? What do you think the halfling human common ancestor is?
Uh, well, there were halfling-ass hominids on this planet at one point.
Which planet?
Earth.
Said it wrong. It's Earth.
Yeah.
Homo habilis?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, they estimate between 12 and like 20 different species of hominids on this planet. And you know what happened to them all?
Well, the important,
Us.
the
Us
good
is what
ones
happened to them all. That's what happened to them all, is us.
intermingled with.
Like the spicy oranges?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Intermingled is a nice way of saying genocided or bred out of existence. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, what's the common ancestor? You know, halflings and humans.
Mushrooms?
If you go back far enough. All right. We had a really fun week last week, not playing the game, and because we had some technical difficulties. I'm hoping that we did not have that tonight. Everything's good right now. Everybody can see everything and hear everything, streaming well.
Yep.
Oh, I think my niece is very loud this evening, Galatus. I can hear it through the doorway.
Can you hear? Okay, I'll close the door.
Hey, Hannah. Oh, did you guys see the stuff that Hannah made recently in the art channel? It's amazing. There's an army of Grogu. They're phenomenal. I hope you sell all your Grogu for prime profit, whatever that means.
What are they made out of? I haven't looked yet. I'm dealing with my bad eyeball.
They're made out of, yeah, exactly. They're made of yarn and the Force.
Papier mâché?
No,
Oh, crochet.
crochet.
Croquet mallets.
No, they're made out of yarn and the Force. I said so already. Okay, so we mostly just drank and yelled at each other for like 2 hours last week. It was amazing.
Yeah,
I've recorded it, but I'm never gonna post that on the internet. That's not not going on the internet.
We had a lovely time.
There's some
Why
quotes I
can't our
put up.
sessions be more like that?
Literally, everyone was drinking. Yeah, because we couldn't stream them. That's also true. Maybe I can make some clips someday, some sterilized clips to put on there. But all right. So then, what did we do? What did we do several weeks ago now? Does anybody remember what we did a couple weeks ago?
Hargle tells us what's up. All Gorgons activated by the Queen Ara. That's her name. I'm not, or their name. I'm not a cheerleader or anything. If she's killed, all Gorgons die. If a Gorgon dies, all of its soldiers die. Ara is powered by Graz and Alsau, his daughter. Hargle knows all this because he took his eye out, replaced it with a Bria stone, and embedded his mind and soul into it, and then did not get fully killed when the stone soldiers killed him.
Yeah,
For those of you who don't remember,
a hard motherfucker. Let's put it that way.
Graz is a demon lord, and we met him in a mine once. Zerwin,
In a mime?
In a mime? What's the name of the city? Gyrax?
The city?
Gyrax and a bunch of other cities have fallen. Stone soldiers have already taken 2 kingdoms. We should have asked how many kingdoms there are. Ara mentioned Cavemoor. Envoy Grumbleforge from Starich with a party of 24 on their way to Orengar. First Rangers. I'm just reading from the thing, so if anybody remembers better details than this, tell me.
I don't know
Well,
what
Anyway, we're
kingdom you're
gonna go
talking
fight
about.
them.
Group of rangers. A group of rangers met us at the outpost after we rescued Hargle. They were humans, I believe, human rangers.
Yeah, they're from one of the cities. They're from the village in between Orengar and the other city.
Well, they're from like
Well, I think that
they're from like the kingdom of Starich, kind of like the
and
principality.
they were coming up to request help to defend this village, which is sort of the contact point between Orengar and the rest of the kingdom. They said they've been trying to reach us, and they haven't been able to. So they're coming to get help. We set off in the morning. We got there, back to Orengar. Gip met us out there. We didn't even really go into the city for the most part because the Iron Fist is sick. We think he may have been poisoned by Cavemoor. Cavemoor's trying to take over the army. So Gip essentially turned us around and sent us out with not very many soldiers to go help defend the city, and he's going to try to send a wagon of supplies behind us because we're probably going to have to spend the night at the outpost again. And then hopefully the wagon will catch up to us before we leave from the outposts. I think that was everything.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So you're going to help the Rangers defend this town, which you know is going to be attacked because of Hargle, and also the Rangers. Okay, yeah, that's good. You are currently heading away from Orengar towards the outpost, where you were thinking to spend the night and then wake up early before sunrise and head to the village to get there at close to first light. Am I tracking well with you so far? All right, good. Gip is as good as his word. As you make it to the outpost well before sundown, which is already looking significantly better every time you come. They put a lot of work in. The gates are now operational, fully operational. Dwarves have been accused of a lot of things, but being lazy craftsmen is not one of them. They are busy here, and it shows. It looks much sturdier than the last time you arrived. The walls look like they are starting to be cleaned a little bit, and the towers are starting to be rebuilt and maintained, and good order is being kept. It's heartening, right? The amount of chaos that you've seen, the amount of things falling apart that you've seen. The one thing that seems to be a little odd is that the temperature has rapidly dropped. Unseasonably cold is what you would call it. There's no precipitation, but it's cloudy and windy and cold. It feels more like autumn. The wagon does appear behind you not more than 2 hours later as you're sort of taking stock of everything and checking in with your soldiers, Zerwin. There's plenty of supplies. You're able to deposit. You don't know what the state of the village is going to be like, so I don't know how conservative you want to be by stocking up the outpost and what you want to bring with you. But there's, the wagon is chock full of stuff. There could be a lot of stuff at the village. There could not be.
Kind of stuff.
What kind of stuff? It's actually just several hundred barrels of butter. It's just loaded with butter all the way. It's just butter all the way down. No, it's
Not going to be nearly enough.
It's grain to make bread with, and oats. There's salted meat. Basically various kinds of bacon and dried meat. There's a lot of mushrooms. Um, there's some dried fruit, but not much. Uh, there is actually butter and cheese, and yeah.
Well, if we're going into an active battle, I don't think we want to bring too much of this.
There's also hardtack and soldiers' rations, enough for everyone in the platoon to have 3 days worth.
Yeah, I mean, we'll send those with the soldiers. We'll take some of the meat. Fruit can stay here.
How do you guys like your hardtack? Like, I tried to take a bite of this stuff like as soon as it showed up, and I chipped a tooth. Like, what, sir? When you're a soldier, like, how do you eat this stuff? How do you make it palatable?
What are you talking about? Put some butter on it.
I, will that soften it up? It's like chewing on a brick.
I don't have time
Wait,
for this.
don't you have a spell for that, Ezra?
That changes the flavor. It doesn't change the brickness.
Well, no, you heat the butter up, and so that the butter seeps all into it and softens it up. It's really good.
Okay, that sounds like it would work. All right, thanks.
You're gonna, yeah, gonna cook some hardtack. It's good. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, cooking moisture out of it. What could go wrong?
Yeah, we'll leave a bunch of stuff here. The stuff that like isn't going to be as useful in a battle, like grain to
Was
cook bread. But we'll bring some of the meat, some of the hardtack. Well, we'll bring the soldiers' rations because we're going to fight.
Yeah, was part of it that we want to supply the village, or no?
That was not part of the deal. The Rangers
Okay.
asked for help defending it.
Uh,
You just don't know what you're walking into.
A village, hopefully.
Do we ever?
Uh,
Sometimes you know more than others. But yeah, sometimes like honestly, one of the times you knew the most, you ended up picking a fight anyway. So
which town was that?
when you walked into the inn full of soldiers
Well,
and, and you
some of them
killed
were.
their general.
He had
I
it
mean,
coming.
eh. Okay. So you've got roughly 40 troops now, Zerwin. And the question is, how
Hot
many
dog.
do you want to station at the outpost, and how many do you want to bring to the village with you? There are roughly 24. There are 22 rangers.
I'm just going to leave the people who were. I'm going to rotate out the people who were at the outpost and bring them with us, and leave the same number of people. So I think we had like 8 or 10 people at the outposts, right?
Yeah, although your first sergeant says you should have at least a dozen here, is what you should have here.
And I have 40.
Yeah.
I'll
You got 4
we'll leave
squads of 10 soldiers each.
Yeah, so we'll leave a squad. We need the other ones to go defend this village. On the way back, we'll drop off 2 more.
Okay, so you're gonna bring 30 total.
Yep. Well, does that 30 include us?
Uh,
Or is it
it
the
does
spicy oranges
include
plus?
it does include you. Yeah, you guys. Well, this is a squad. It's the smallest squad.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Let's make the math easier, just because it's gonna be a pain in my ass if not. Let's make it that the 30 doesn't include you. So 30 plus you.
Yep. All right. is because
You cut out. Could you try again?
did Hargle come with us?
Yeah, he's not staying there.
Yeah, I mean that was part of why we didn't go into the city, correct? I guess it was just because the people from the village.
That's part of it. Yeah, I mean, it was mostly, yeah, it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
So we've got Helga and Hargle with us, right?
You do.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, speaking of which, what do you want to do in terms of, like, do you want to bring Hargle with you, or do you want to leave Hargle here?
Let's ask him. I'll go up to Hargle. I say, "Are you up for a fight, or I don't know what your condition is. We could use all the help we can get, but I understand if you've, don't have the energy."
Fuck you. I don't have the energy. I'll fight. I survived weeks with these pieces of shit, and they killed all my friends.
I think Hargle, you would be a uh, valuable addition to the group. Um, uh, let's all remember that Hargle does have the capacity to turn on the Bria Stone and see what Ara sees. Um, of course, then Ara will be able to see through Hargle's eyes, but this will be more. I'm trying to think about my wording because in the past, in previous games I played with Bill, I inadvertently told really powerful people that we were going to use them as tools to better ourselves instead of like allies, and they got mad at me, and I don't like it when Bill's characters get mad at me, except the dragons. Yeah, let's bring you along. That if we need to get a better idea of where Ara is or what Ara is looking at, then we'll need you there.
I also asked him if he, learned anything about the best way to fight them, since he was sort of one of them for at least a little while.
Well, the Gorgons, right? Or do you mean the stone soldiers?
Anybody, we know we have to kill the Gorgons, right? But what's the weakness for this army? We know they're stupid, and the stone soldiers are susceptible to traps, but the Gorgons aren't stupid.
And the Gorgons can turn invisible.
Cut
At
off the
least
head.
one of them did.
Cut off the head, and the body will fall.
That would work on me too, by the way. Just if I get turned
I
into
know.
a Gorgon,
It'll work on you now.
or well, that yeah, you're right. I don't know the book might not let that stick though. Still,
The what? Oh, yes, your book.
you've seen it. Yeah, you like it almost as much as I do.
It's terrible. You should get rid of it.
Been trying.
Okay.
Hey, look at this village we're suddenly walking through.
You're not. No, you're not. You're literally not. You're at an
Sorry,
outpost right now.
I meant the village of the mind.
All right. Um, you're bringing 30 troops. You're leaving 10. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you want to do to prepare for the battle tomorrow? Anyone?
We'll want a long rest. No, I don't
I
need
mean,
a long rest.
we would have had one overnight, right?
Well, you haven't slept yet. You're still Like, what time do you
Oh,
want to
it's
get
not.
to the?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're at the outpost. What time, like, do you want to do things, and what is there anything else you want to do beforehand? Before you just rush into this, because there's no retro gaming any of this, right? Once you get there, that's it. What time you want to get there, because it's a long way from where you are still. So if you wake up at dawn, you'll get there in the evening, which is, what I figured you guys would want to do. You'll get there before sunset, but not long before.
We want to get there kind of as soon as we can, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I think whatever the shortest long rest we can take, we'll get up and go.
Okay, so you
So
want to
what
get up
time is it now?
pre-dawn? Yeah, it's probably 8.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to do. You guys want to do anything?
uh no, I mean, I'm gonna spend some quality time with some hardtack.
Wait,
I do think listen, I have this uneasy feeling like there's been a leading question about what we're gonna do with our time that makes me think we should be doing something with our time. But for the life of me, I can't think of what else to do. I, Har why do you guys think that there's that chamber underneath the latrine? Like, who built that? Was that a part of, was that a feature of the outpost?
You guys want to go look at it?
I kind of want to check it out just to make sure. I like it's, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about it all of a sudden. It's a weird thing. Like, do any of the dwarves who live in this, any of the soldiers, like, do they know that it's there? Let's ask around.
Okay.
Are there soldiers milling about?
I wouldn't say
Well, we
milling,
probably
but yeah. They're commanders here,
probably
so
talk.
they're in fucking tip-top shape.
Yeah, yeah. Go talk to the commander. See what he
You're,
You're the
found out.
you
commander.
want me to talk to you? Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. They're the first sergeant. They're the leader of their squad.
Hold on, I'll pull this picture up here. Apologies, stream.
Grim. His name.
There he is.
Grim?
Yes, Grim.
Yeah. Hey, pardon me, Sergeant Grim.
Aye.
Uh, so when we first took part in the mission to take the outpost back, we found a chamber under the latrine that had some documentation.
Hmm. The
Uh,
what?
yeah, I wasn't sure if you or the dwarves knew about this. Can we show it to you and you can tell us if, it looks familiar to the design of the outpost?
You want to go under the shitter?
Can I just listen?
I
I
don't
it's
want to
this
go
is
under
gonna
the shitter.
this is gonna
You're
sound
going.
like a very uncomfortable proposition, but can I show you the chamber under the latrine?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else want to come along? This is gonna be a hoot.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we'll go.
I don't remember. Did we do like a really good investigation last time, or were we in a hurry because we
I
were
think we were kind of moving a little quickly.
Yeah.
I really like the question, did we do a really good investigation? You could have just stopped there.
Yeah, I
Did we
can't
do a really
recall a
good
time that we did.
investigation?
Sometimes you
Most of
forget.
our investigations could be described as shoddy or ramshackle.
So you're just bringing Grim, no one else.
No, now that you mention it, we're gonna bring Hargle,
Okay. But sure, it's a great idea.
and Helga and Owen. And I don't know any the names of them, but anybody else.
Okay.
And Dirk.
All right. You go to the latrines, and you find the stone cache again, and you lift up the space in front of the seats, and the whole thing again shifts, and the stairs appear, and Grim is shook.
So none of you knew that this was here.
Hargul says, I did. Grim looks at
Go on.
Hargul like, what? You did? Grim is like, what the fuck is this? Where does this go? Why is it here? There is a security breach inside the outpost. Is that why it got fucking taken over? Is that why the dwarves got slaughtered? Did they come from in
No,
here?
so it leads to a chamber under the latrine. You were kind of snide about it. I brought it up, but that's what is down there. I'll go first. Hargul, so what do you mean you know about this? Is it because of your transformation or
No, it's because I'm a historian.
ah,
This was here before
can you
the
tell?
outpost was here. The outpost was built on top of it to hide it and keep it safe. Grim
What
is
is it?
like,
Well,
what?
it
What? What do
certainly
you?
kept it secret.
It's a fucking hole in the ground. Grim is not pleased about any of this. Did you know about this, sir? He's talking to you, Zerwin.
Yes. Yeah.
Sir, this is a thing I should know about as commander of the outpost, that there's a fucking hole in the ground that things may come out of. Do I have to guard the shitter now?
We're letting you know now. We're nothing if not thorough.
We don't know. Let's go find out.
He like pulls his like axe out and he's like, all right, let's fucking go. I should go first, sir. And he goes down in front of you. Hargul's like,
What
that's not
color is
going to
his
be
shirt? It's not
necessary.
red, is it?
No. Same thing as it was before. It sort of goes down, and there's like a little small tunnel, and then it opens up into a chamber, which is, you know, a ritual chamber, as the best way I can describe it. It doesn't.
Does it smell like the latrine down here?
No, it's solid stone. It smells like earth and
So Grim, if I had been
rock.
propositioning you, you can tell this. It would have been a nice secret place.
All right. Can we everybody start looking around, see if there's actually Hargul, is there another way into this room that you know of?
No, not that I know of. This this room is a sort of magic well. Uh, there's
Huh, I can't
Matt.
believe none of my mages figured that out.
Blame it on the cleric. He's the one who should have been praying to the gods to figure this puzzle out. No, I'm just kidding, Gallus. Um, so Hargul says magic here is everywhere. It's not just in certain spots, but there are certain places that. Oh, I got a spammer. Hello, unit moment jur F507EUWBQ. Thanks for joining us. There are certain places in the world that act as like holes that the magic pools around. Um, like a depression in which all the magic might sink in for a while and stay. And those places are sort of concentrated magically. This is one of those places. It's very, very old. I do remember you. I feel like Zerwin. I can't remember. Maybe I'm making this up. I feel like Zerwin was like, "What about the stone here? What's it look like?" And I was like, "Oh, this place is very old." Um, and yeah, the stone here was carved before history. Hargul says that's really all I know about it, except that
So the
it's
magic pools here.
Yes,
collects here,
which makes it a
but there's
good
no way to
spot to
get in and
do
around.
rituals. Well, yeah,
Anybody want
there's
to do a
Yeah.
ritual before we leave?
I'm actually not capable of performing rituals. Thanks for bringing it up. In at
they make a
level
pill for that. So
yeah, level 14, I might be able to, but
Can I do an investigation?
sure. What are you looking for?
Mm,
There's lots of markings and carvings. Um, some of the carvings are so old that you don't have to roll for this. Like, it's not that big of a room. It's like 60 feet. Um, some of the carvings are so old that there's no water down here to wear the stone, but just the movement of air and maybe the passage of like hands have worn some of the carvings so that they're barely an indent anymore. Most of it's in Dwarvish, but some of it's in a language that you can't understand.
you know, if I was a ranger, end of sentence.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know actually if they can learn tongues or comprehend languages. They should be able to if they can't.
How many cast speak with plants? Dirk says.
Are the walls mossy?
No.
No.
Dirk,
There's
we're
no
fine.
fungus down here.
What'd you say, Galdus?
There's no fungus down here.
Nope. It's so dry.
Galidus, are mushrooms a plant?
No.
I don't know.
Where I come from, some of them do get up and walk around the way the trees do. Does that mean that they're plants the way the trees are plants?
I don't know. So there's no fungus in my world that walks around.
One of my best friends is
They
a
just
tree. Ow.
That says so much, really. There's
Who
a lot
said that
there.
to me?
what do they? What does the tree talk about? Just curiously,
Owen,
when you talk
probably.
to it.
What does the tree talk about? Well, he's the
Oh,
captain of the guard for House Operon, the house
the,
that I was servant to.
the weather.
I've always wanted to know, what does it feel like when they shed the leaves? Have you ever asked it that?
Well, so he actually he's an interesting fellow. He's got this big beard of pussy willows, and it kind of changes color with the season. So in the spring, it's kind of this lovely shade of like pink. You could almost call it like fuchsia, and then it kind of fades to white, and then gray, and then brown, and then like the pussy willows kind of fall away from his beard.
Argo, are there any other rooms or like surprises like this at the fort?
What, here at the outpost?
Or at the outpost? Yeah.
No, they
Or is
built
this
this outpost over this thing to keep it safe.
specifically? Okay.
But like over time, it was just forgotten about. Also, kind of hidden. The royalty did not want people to know that this thing existed down here. That's why they built a shitter over the entrance.
Hargle, did the dwarves use this for anything?
Long ago, when we had more magic, we did. Since most of our energies to turn towards the Bria stones instead of making or finding our own magic, we lost touch with our most of our rituals, and our power instead came from the stones, as did our fortunes.
Can we is there a way for us to use this magic now to make ourselves more powerful for this upcoming battle?
I probably.
Do you guys remember that when we first were dealing with the nightmare in Drunel Hall, every so often I would like stop and kind of like meditate on the magic, which is kind of hard for me because my magic is just intrinsic to my being. I'm not like like a wizard. I could try that. Here, I'm gonna try to commune with the magics. Would you like me to roll something for that, Bill?
Yeah.
I think historically you've asked me to do performance for that.
Give him a commune roll, please.
All right, here comes a performance roll. 18.
Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I had to open the correct thing here. All right. Ezra sits down and closes his eyes and goes very still. Is there anything the rest of you'd like to do while Ezra's doing that?
I'm gonna watch Ezra. I want to see what he does here.
I'm gonna ask Hargul if there's something that Dirk can do with his Bria Stone that would make it more powerful.
Hargul looks at it and says, "This Bria stone has been largely tapped. It's still got magic in it, but not much. It's possible he could recharge it if he was able to use one of these sources of magic, these wells here. I have no idea how to do that, but in theory, there are tales of the ancient dwarves when they first found the Bria stones, recharging them and not harvesting any, instead letting them flourish and do their thing. Supposedly back then the world had a lot more magic in it. The harvesting of the Bria stones supposedly is what has been reducing the magic in the world. I'm going to give everyone a danger awesome point for unlocking the lore that I wrote about this world that I could swear when we started this session you were never going to find out, and it was driving me fucking crazy.
Um,
I want to investigate and see if I can see anything about the most recent ritual to take place here. Like, get any information.
Sorry, could you say it again? I was taking notes.
Can I roll to see if I can figure out what the most recent ritual to take place here was and anything about it?
Uh, no, I don't think you have like any context for understanding what that would look like, even if there were evidence, which in a solid stone room would really stick out. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not leaving
I
any footprints in here. If you touch the stone, you're not leaving fingerprints. You'd have to physically drop something in here or paint something on the walls. And there's so many carvings and like things in the walls in languages that you don't understand or speak. Um, yeah, and nothing looks recent. How about that? That's what I'll give you.
Okay.
um, I'm gonna send Grim. I was like, all right, Grim, we're safe down here. Why don't you head back upstairs? Now you know it's here. I wouldn't share this with anybody that it exists. Once we come up, we'll close it. But I don't know that you need to set guards or anything. But why don't you head up?
Sir. He salutes and heads out.
Did we? This is out of game. We told Hargul about Helga, right? Did we explain that situation or
You
no?
did,
I think
yeah.
we did. All right. So once Grim has left, I'm going to ask Helga if she recalls back in her time how the Bria Stone magic worked.
It's before my time. I'm not that old. It's only been a couple 100 years.
Is there anyone in the crown that would be old enough to remember?
Oh, for sure. There's some real old bastards, but they're real hard to pull out. They're not part of your normal rotation. You'll have to go way, way back. Probably take some energy, but you could try it. Although I'm not sure if trying it in this spot is a great idea or a fucking horrible idea. I'm gonna leave. She turns around and walks up the stairs.
Right. Well, then maybe I'll wait until we go back upstairs to do that. But what's Ezra dot?
All right, Ezra, you got it. You rolled me an 18, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Nothing happens for a couple of minutes, and you're like, fuck it, nothing happened. And then right before you're about to like get up and move around, there's this sound that you hear, kind of like really, really, really distantly. And at first you're like, what the fuck is that? And you're like, oh, that can't actually be something here. I'm underground with like however much solid rock between me and everything else. This has to be some sort of magical thing. And when you realize what you're hearing is someone else casting a ritual, a very, very powerful one, a very, very long ways away. And the like magic that is coursing through the world that is pooling here is bringing you that signal. You
Could
want to try
I?
to go ahead,
Yeah, I want to pull at those threads. I want to tease them out.
make me an Arcana roll.
That's a natural 1, but I'm a halfling. Come on,
Another nat one.
Duncan. No, it's the number that looks the closest to a 1, but is not a 1. It's 13.
I would have thought 11.
7 plus 6. 7 plus 6.
Um, it's slippery, it's ethereal. You try to get to it and you can't. But there is someone casting a very powerful ritual, probably somewhere in the mountains, and that magic is somehow either passing you or pooling near you or affecting something near you.
That sounds bad.
You also
Go
absolutely
on.
know that if you were to cast some sort of ritual here, which would pull on the sort of like natural magics of an area, it would be greatly enhanced in its potency.
Okay.
Kind of like peeing on a ley line. I mean, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah, but I don't think that I could in any way uh interact with the ritual that's being cast. Like I couldn't stop it or with, for instance, a counter spell.
Oh no, you definitely can't. You definitely can't reach it with your own
No, I
magic.
can only just kind of sense it. Okay.
Yeah.
Ezra comes out of his meditation with a start, jumps up and says, "There's someone in the mountains that's casting an incredibly potent ritual in a space probably like this, another space where the magic is pooling. I can't parse out what it is that they're casting or who it is or even where beyond somewhere fairly close by. But that's a concern.
Hargle, do you know of any other spaces like this in the mountains?
Supposedly there are 2 more in the mountains. This is the only one that I know of for sure. I would say probably the Miners Guild's records would have access to that. They know about everything that's underground, really.
Is my crown crown, is it magic based, or is it not really magic? It's some sort of other, like, I don't know what the term is.
It's a magic item.
Yeah, it's a wondrous artifact.
But it's not. It's okay. All right. I'm just wondering if it'd be easier to talk to somebody older if my crown's going to get amplified while it's here. I guess the risk is if I get somebody who's an asshole, it might be harder to take off.
In I don't know, you want to ask your magic users what they think about that?
I said that out loud.
So, what are you thinking as far as the crown?
So Helga said I need to talk to somebody a lot older to find out like how to like recharge a Bria stone that might help us in this battle. My question is, if I try to put the crown on now in this sort of magic amplifier, do you think it would be easier to go further back in the crown here than it would be if like somewhere else?
I think it's worth a try. Why not? The one thing I'll say is remember that there are bad people in the crown, right?
That's my concern, is it might be harder to take off.
Well, remember that we have a safe phrase. I think that
Is it
what we had
aubergine?
established. No, if you say it's fine, that means that it's not fine, and that it's a baddie. Okay. Do you want to use that one, or would you like to establish a different safe phrase?
The safe word is keep going. That's
Yeah, we should probably find a different one.
What would you like to use, Admiral?
Oh, what's something I would never say that a normal being would?
This poodle is a very good breed of dog.
Be quiet. Somebody else.
sorry.
No, sir, I've had enough butter.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a little out of pocket. How about
Ah,
how
I
about
see what you
if
did there because you keep your butter in the pocket.
Yes,
how
I've
about
always been the smartest one in my family.
how about I say I recently quit drinking? Huh? How's that? If I
I
say I
like that.
recently quit drinking, you know there's a problem. I think I'm gonna try it out. So I pull out the crown, I go to put it on, I stop, I reach into my pocket, and I butter my head real quick, just in case I have to take it off in a hurry, and I'll slide around there.
Oh, we'll all tackle you.
What do you need me to roll? A D10 or a D20?
Okay.
So my intention here is to try to find a very old consciousness.
Right. Gosh, I want you to. I kind of want you to make me a Constitution save, actually.
You're good at those, aren't
Constitution
you?
save. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want you to make me a. Would you rather it be persuade? How about persuasion? Want to make me a persuasion roll too, or insight? Which one would you rather?
With the Constitution save.
So you make one then the other.
Okay. So first Constitution, and then I'd rather do persuasion.
All right.
All right. So Constitution is 16, and persuasion. I do have advantage on that. Is that okay if I use it? I didn't tell you that before. I told you which one I prefer.
Absolutely.
Right. And my Constitution. So I went 16, 14 on those
Okay.
two.
So you reach in and immediately you feel the presences, of the the personalities that you know already, and you sort of like ask them to step aside, and you push further back. With your 14, you're semi-successful, but it starts to hurt. Like you start to get a headache. You don't take any damage, but you sort of realize that sort of reaching too far back is going to have a price when and if you are successful. Um, this is your, you know, this is your mind here.
I hope it doesn't damage my intelligence. Okay, I understand. Um,
So if you want to
so
keep
as
going, you can roll another persuasion
another
and another.
persuasion
Yep, at
or
advantage,
both.
and then you'll have to make me another Constitution save.
Okay. I'm good. So when I was asking folks to, I know it's not like real, but could I tell when I was asking someone I had recognized, or is it just all jump like? Um,
You could tell that there are certain things you recognize. You're past them already. You're going back
okay.
further.
All right. I'm gonna try one more time. So my persuasion at advantage. Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh.
And my Constitution save
You can now make that an
was
advantage too because you got a nat 20.
a dirty 20. Uh,
You take no damage. Okay. With a
we'll
nat
stop here.
20, no, with a nat 20, you can go all the way back to the very first person who put it on if you'd like. I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
I'll give you a choice of you see three names appear before you. Sort of like one is called Blun, one is Uruk, and one is Garl.
Let's go with Blun.
Okay.
And can you remind me? Does everyone, people who are in the crown, don't understand they're in the crown, right? Or
Some
do
do,
they?
some do, some don't.
Okay. All right. That makes sense because I feel like it went both ways
Yep.
before.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So the things that I say are going to be heard only by Zerwin, but the things that Zerwin says, he's going to say out loud so everyone can hear. All right? So everyone can hear that's a part of the conversation. Okay. There's that like sort of reverse echo, and then there's like a what? The, they have called me back. I have done my service already. You have no right to call me back. It is my time to rest.
I'm very sorry. I'm new to the crown, the rules, but we are in need of assistance.
Are you not? And then he says a word that you can't pronounce.
I don't know what that means, so probably not.
The god of the forges. Is that not you?
That is not me.
What
My name
are
is
you?
Zerwin Grumbleforged. I'm wearing the crown of Dwarven Kings, and I'm able to speak with all who have worn the crown before. And again, I apologize for waking you up.
You are a king then.
Not yet, but I'm related to some.
Well, How may I help you, my distant relative?
Do you recall in your time the Bria stones from our realm?
The Briac Racing Qualification stones? He
I
just
bet
like he
that's what
starts
it
with
is.
he starts with Bria, but then there's like a series of syllables that don't they
Yeah,
don't make sense in your mind.
I believe we're talking about the same things, but I've never heard that full word before. They are pinkish, purplish stones that have a glow and are magical.
No, they are dark, dark purple, almost black.
So the magic of our world has been slowly receding, and the stones are not dark like that anymore. My guess would be because of that.
That is terribly sad. You should
Yes,
restore them.
we are. That's what we're working on doing. And so my question to you was, do you know a way to recharge them? Because the magic has faded. They are in very limited supply.
What's in
Um,
limited supply?
the Bria stones,
No, they're everywhere.
not anymore.
This is terrible. The world is dying. If all the magic leaves the world, everything will die.
And so we're trying to stop. Right now, we are.
It
Uh,
is rumored that humans do not need magic to survive. They're a strange race. Have you ever
they are.
seen one?
Yes, one of my companions is a human. Two of my companions are humans.
They're so primitive. Have you taught them to speak?
Oh, they have learned to speak. They are much less primitive than they were, I'm sure, in your time. But they're a little dense.
Yeah, I like dogs too.
Yes.
Poodles.
Uh, so, do you know of a way to recharge
Yes, of course,
a
use the
priest?
ritual at one of the wells.
Perfect. We're at one of the wells, but we don't know the ritual. That magic has been lost. Could you give us a very quick rundown of how they work and how we could restore the power to them?
Oh, absolutely. You just trace all the inscriptions and say the correct series of incantations in the correct way, and then call on the ancestors and the gods, and they will recharge the stones for you.
Do you know the order in which we need to trace them?
Oh, I don't do the rituals myself. I have my priests and mages do that.
Great. Okay. Well, we don't have any priests or mages who can help us with the order. Um,
Well, I have been to several of the ceremonies. I could
so
probably,
he can see what I'm seeing, right? Like he can see through my eyes. That's the way this works.
if you want.
Yeah.
This is so
I'll
far back that he's not seeing anything yet. He's just sort of floating.
yeah. So I'll tell him I'm going to let him see the world. Please don't be startled by the way my friends look. I know they're ugly.
Okay.
So I'll allow him to see.
There is a dragon in here with you.
Yes, he's a dragonborn.
You live in a strange world, friend.
Well, it's your world. It's just a long time after your time.
That other man has a miscolored Bria stone as an eyeball.
Yes, he is one of our allies. He was
Also,
killed.
you have a couple of dwarves that look very sickly. You should feed them more. And
Uh,
Yeah, why
yeah,
don't
they
you
are.
feed me more?
Those aren't. You can't hear that. Those aren't dwarves.
oh,
But yes,
are they
in fact,
elves? That one sort of
in
looks like an
fact,
elf.
Well, Ezra is getting a little chubby, but he's a halfling, and
I'm just putting on a little winter weight.
that's Gelidus. He's a kender.
That he
If
looks sort of elf-like.
Yeah,
Look kind of small.
yeah,
The
really
elves,
handy to have around.
the elves get a bad rap, but I've actually found them to be very amicable.
Yes, all very good people. Now, if, not only, I guess we have one question. I'll have you look around and see if you could tell me which ones to trace, and I'm going to repeat what you say out loud so my friends can hear and take notes.
Okay.
Also, once we get it recharged, we don't even actually know how to use them. We just know that they contain a powerful magic. What can we even do with them to help us? We are about to go battle some gorgons and some stone soldiers.
I don't know what either of those things are.
Well, gorgons are he would they not have existed in his time probably?
Probably not, and not here because they're manufactured beings. They don't
Yeah.
exist in nature.
I try to explain to him what they are. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but they're, you know, they have powers that can petrify you and um,
Like a
you
basilisk.
know, yes, but they're more humanoid and very dangerous, and they control an army of stone dwarves and other creatures, stone creatures, uh, sort of telepathically, and we need to kill the gorgons to stop the army.
You are very tall. I'm too high off the ground. It's disorienting.
I
Uh,
apologize.
okay. There's too many markings here too. I don't know what half of these do. This isn't right. Okay, there's one of the old ones there. Wait, turn left a little bit. Okay, yeah, nope, there. Yep, right there. See that one? That's the second
Yes.
one, right there.
Okay, that's the second one.
And through a series of like trial and error, you realize that maybe a tenth of the markings in this room are the original markings that they used to recharge the Bria stones. Um, he tells you which ones they are and which order they're in, but he says you're gonna have to. I don't know the text. I don't know what to say. That's I've never memorized that. I'm just doing this from memory.
Okay.
But
Well, this is a start at least.
the Bria stones should be guarded with care. I mean, if you have to harvest one, it's not the end of the world, but you know, we should just leave them and take only the ones that fall naturally.
I'll bring that information back to the kingdom, but that is not how things have been done for a long time. We harvest them and sell them.
You you feel the revulsion, the like sickening, like, you know, he wants to like vomit and with upset, like when he hears that. You must must change this.
I will, and we will. I promise that me and my compatriots here will do our best to change the change the culture. Now, do you know of a way to grow more Bria stones? Because now they only grow in a very relatively small area within our city walls.
Uh, no, I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Also, do you know how we can use them in battle?
Uh, well, many, many, many ways. They can be used to enhance the potency of spells. They can be used to uh, create stronger weapons, more durable armor. Um, they can be, used to um, heal. They can be used to cause magical detonations. They can even be harnessed to carve out. I mean, obviously the miners use them still, right? Right?
I don't know.
How
I
do they
don't think they
mine
do.
the hardest stones?
They don't anymore. In fact, the stone in this room is not something that today dwarves can recreate.
This is all backwards. It's all backwards and wrong. Uh, surely there are writings, and we wrote all this down. It's in our histories, our recordings. Surely they're somewhere. How long has it been?
Do you know? I think it's been so long that we don't even understand each other's calendars. I mean,
Thousands,
at least thousands of years,
tens of thousands.
probably even more than that. This room is, to our greatest historians, nobody knows when it was created, when or why. It is essentially before our time started. That's how long it has been.
Oh no, I built this.
It's incredible.
It's not that difficult with a little practice and patience and the right application of Briastone magic. Anyone can be taught,
We
I believe. Although I am particularly proud of how square I've made some of these corners.
all of those skills have been lost.
I am sad for you, Zerwin, and for our people.
Me too now.
You can come and
Uh,
find me again. I will speak to you whenever you need, although you should beware of Garl.
Earl. Okay, he's one of the bad ones, huh?
I felt the pain of his betrayal, though I had been dead for over 2 centuries.
Well, I know you want to rest, and I will try to let you. But it may be one day, you could save the dwarves, and teach us how to use Bria stones again the right way.
I will, if I can.
One last question: if we wanted to use the Bria stones, let's say to enhance a spell, is there a method to doing that that I could explain to one of my magic friends? I myself have no magic.
I have no inherent magic either. Um, I was gifted by the gods. For me, it was as simple as holding the stone and then asking to use its energy, and he uses a word that you don't know, and then it came to me.
Okay, we'll see what we can do with that. Well, is it Brun? Is that what his name is?
Blun.
Blun. Oh, I thought it was Brun. Well, thank you, Blun. I'm sorry to deliver such sad news to you, but I'm happy that you spoke with me, and hopefully we'll get to speak again someday.
Do not lose hope, Zerwin. You must
I'm,
fight to bring the world back to what it needs to be.
the good news is I'm too stupid to lose hope.
I don't believe that's true.
Well, that's kind of you, and thank you again.
You're welcome
Uh,
make sure you feed that halfling thing. He needs to eat more. And the tall woman with the leather looks dangerous. Be careful of her.
Will do. Thank
Farewell.
you. I'll take
And
it off.
then he
Do I need to roll
recedes.
for it?
Nope. That nat 20 went a
Uh,
long way. It's a good time to have a nat
sure
20.
did. All right, so I will share with everybody. I'll explain to Dirk that if we can get this thing recharged, he should be able to use it in Magic. I asked Hargol, since Hargol figured out how to utilize it, if he has any tips or knows what the words would be, could possibly be to recharge it.
Well, the ritual that I found was about accessing the stone interior, and I believe that would be the first part of the ritual here. You'd have to access the interior of the stone and then open it to the magics in these wells. So I do believe they're connected, yes. We need to go back to the ruins and back to the library, and we need to find those things. And for that, we'll need an army, or we'll need to severely weaken the Ara. It's
Well,
ARAH, Ara, by the way.
we don't have time for that, but we got some
Ain't
good
nobody got
information.
time for
As
that.
he thinks Ezra's too skinny, he thinks that Jan is very dangerous. I say that to the group.
Very true.
But I give them sort of the rundown of like how it used to, you know, who this guy was to my, I didn't ask him technically who he was, but he's the first one in the crown. He created this room. They used to use Bria stones for everything. The world used to be full of them and they were dark purple to black. So you guys heard it. I'm not going to repeat the whole thing Bill just said, but I give that information to everybody, including Hargel, since he probably could get the most use out of it anyway.
Yeah, you see how his stone's a different color, right? That's
Yeah,
not
it's
an
red.
accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it took on literally some of the blood of his body and changed to be that color. So, yeah, it does make sense that they are literally a pale representation of what they used to be. And even so, they are immensely powerful. So using that sort of scale, especially Gelidus and Ezra, like like using the scale of how powerful they are now, and if that sort of tonal difference is proportional, these things were just magic nuclear bombs waiting like to be used in whatever way they needed to be. A wielder of one of those ancient Bria stones would have immense power if they knew how to use it. Godlike power. Especially if it was a large one. All right. Very good. So I assume someone's going to record those proper symbols and the order they were supposed to go in. They did make a pattern about the room that was very pleasing symmetrically, and there were 7 of them.
Yep. I
Yeah,
mean,
I can help with that.
I literally told somebody to take notes while I was like pointing them out. So
Yeah, I'm not generating weird text for them, but you also know
yeah,
that there's some sort of things that have to be spoken as you trace their outlines. Um, yeah. Okay. Excellent work, everybody. Um, now to bed and away in the morning. All right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roleplay all of the rest of this. You wake up in the morning, everything's fine. You take the 30 soldiers plus Hargle
we got a
actually.
long rest, right? Just to make sure
Yes, everybody can
everything's
take a long rest. Hargle now is kind of obsessing over the ritual since you've told him about this and Blun. And he says, "Are there any books here at the outpost?" And when you tell him yes, he says, "I want to stay and pore over these and read them all. You'll be fine. I might find something useful here.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, I think this is the big picture, and what you're doing right now is the small picture. It's important. The small picture is still important, but I think this is the big piece of the puzzle. Here's a weird thing that happens though. When you wake up in the morning and you start heading down, it's fucking freezing cold. And then it starts to snow. It is several months away from even the earliest snowfalls in the mountains. The animals seem confused, the birds seem confused. It's creepy to see snow falling on lush greenery. Um, but it does. And the wind starts to howl. And it starts off like that real fine, misty, slow, tiny flakes that look like they're just going to sort of blow away, but then it builds and it builds. And you travel all day. What probably should have taken you like 7 to 8 hours starts to take you longer and longer as the snow starts to accumulate. Um, and by the time you get to the village, which you can now see, the village of Morvan,
Big old fat rain.
it is not quite but almost dark. The snow is probably 4 to 6 inches deep. The trees are green. You know, there's still fruit on these trees. It's a creepy, like budding fruit, not like fully ripened fruit. Um, it's not a happy place to be. Okay, I've put the tokens in the middle of the town square. If you zoom in, you can see them. Your tokens should be around somewhere. Each one of those, hold on, let me get the highlighter out. Those are the dwarves, right? Those are your dwarven squads. Each one of them represents 2 dwarves. And then these guys, those are the rangers. Each one of them represents 2 rangers. And then this guy here, that is the captain of the Ranger Guard. Why is he so tiny? Hold on.
Earlier this half, this to tie the game.
Oh my god. That was abrupt.
Did they do it? Did they tie the game?
Rams have 10 seconds left. They need 4 points.
Yeah, well, I hope they don't tie the game. How are they going to tie the game if they need 4 points? None of
Some
this makes
random
sense.
video.
Oh.
All right.
So when we get to this outpost or this village, there's no like standing like town guard.
No.
Guys, have we ever had to defend a town that didn't have a wall around it?
So this town, look at it. This is the entire town, first of all, right? It's pretty small.
More of a hamlet.
Yeah, it only exists because it is at the juncture of these roads. Again, let me use the highlighter here. That way or top or north, that's the way you came in. That goes up into the mountains. This direction over here, that way also goes towards mountains. That way, south or bottom of the screen goes further into the valley. Except in this case, the bottom isn't actually south and the top isn't actually north. I know this is going to be confusing, but this way is actually north. I just couldn't rotate the map. So,
Couldn't or wouldn't?
yeah, you guys came in.
I think we know the answer.
You guys came in from the west, headed east. You can see on a bigger map of Greyhawk if you ever wanted to take a look at it, but yeah, you're basically headed down into Starich, and yeah, Hargles seemed to think that the attack was going to come from the mountains, so you're going to guess it's not going to come from that bottom road, right? But you're not sure what direction they're going to come from. It also is supposed to be happening today or tonight. It's just getting dark now. This town does not have a standing guard. It has the rangers, which stop in. It's more like sheriffs. The rangers stop in. There's usually at least 2 rangers stationed here at all times. Of course, the rangers are with you now, which is most of their fighting force in this particular area. Yeah, that circular building is sort of the town meeting hall and town gathering place. The square building, sort of towards the mid top there, that's where the mayor lives in his little estate. And
So are these? Is this just like grass? Are these like lawns?
covered in snow,
All
unseasonable
right.
snow, and the wind is blowing.
Okay.
Smoke is coming out of chimneys. People are unprepared and like kind of just being like, "Oh shit, I don't have my firewood done yet," you know? But there's almost a panic because they could lose all of the crops here potentially, which means
Wait. Has anyone warned this village that they're going to be attacked?
uh yeah, about a couple of hours ago when the first rangers rode in, people have boarded up their windows. What are they going to do? You know, they have pitchforks and clubs.
Hold on. Which way? Which way did the Rangers come that came with us when they came up, or when they came west? I'm saying, yeah, but which direction would they have? Wouldn't they have come from the east? Wouldn't they have had to come through this town, and they would? They didn't tell anybody that there's going to be an attack.
Or what do you mean? Oh, when they came to see you?
When they came to get help, wouldn't they have ridden through this village?
Um, yeah, sort of. They were, some of them did, but they didn't have the authority to say that. And the, um, most importantly, the, what's his name? Oh shit. The head of the Rangers, and they had Vinsmith with them, the envoy. He didn't come from that direction. He came from the north. So maybe some of the Rangers leaked it earlier. You're not sure. But at any rate, there are windows boarded up. There are doors locked and reinforced. But what could they really do? They look like they're ready to put up what kind of fight they can. All right, team. You should put your tokens in the middle. Why is there a yellow blob on my map now?
It's a note.
Oh.
It's a note.
Damn it! Where are our tokens?
Yeah, I thought you said our tokens were here.
Some of them are. They're down on the bottom here. Hold on.
Down at the bottom here.
That's fine.
Oh, in the snow.
Oh, nice. Mine's not. I don't know where the fuck mine is.
It's probably behind the giant Gelatus.
Was it up here?
It's probably
There it
behind
is.
the giant Gelatus is one of my favorite statements.
I found it. So how deep is the snow? 6 inches?
Yeah.
And we don't know how much time we have, right?
Nope. Ezra once again making his token obnoxiously large.
Come on, man. You gotta give me a little bit of time to. I I I need to be able to find it.
Where's Jana?
She's
Stealthing.
here. Just she's here on screen.
Jana's always here, always around.
I
How many
will
Janas are in the room
gather.
right now? You'll never know.
Is there anybody else that we're missing other than Jana?
I see Owen, I see Dirk, I see Zerwin, I see Gelatus, I see Ezra.
Do we need Helga with us, or did she stay back too?
Oh yeah, no, Helga's definitely here.
There's Jana. Feel free to size yourself appropriately. Do we have a Galatus, you said? We have a Dirk.
Yep.
All right. 6 inches of snow, huh?
Give or take 4 to 6. Enough.
Gorgon's known for weather magic? Is this a
Well,
asking
one of
for
them
that,
turned invisible.
right?
They've all tried to petrify us.
Ezra, didn't you say you could feel some sort of ritual at the
Hold on a second.
outpost?
I did say that, and it's
Could that have been a weather ritual?
well, I could take a look at the snow and see if it seems magical in nature.
I don't think the snow itself would be magical. I'm just saying, could they use magic?
Well, there
to...
might be some residual magical energies.
Hang on. You want to look at the snow and try to determine if it's magic snow?
Yeah.
I love that.
Seems
I
like a
don't see
waste of
how
time.
that's possible. I love that so much. Is this
I
magic
mean,
snow? That's something my kids would say.
come on, Bill. I'm a poet. I do that like almost every day in the winter. Look at the snow and try to establish that it's magical.
Guess what I'm thinking here, guys,
What are you thinking, Zerwin?
is we need to force them to come down this main road. So, can we use some sort of move earth or move water and block off these two roads? Force them to come down this stretch of road.
And we think they're going to come from the north?
That's what we think.
They're definitely not going to come from the south. They're probably not going to come from the east.
We don't think they're going to
Hargle,
come from behind us.
yeah, Hargle said he thought they were going to come from the north, but who knows? It's a big world.
Yeah, we could cast Move Earth, and Ezra starts handing around shovels to the rangers.
Yeah, unfortunately, the for the spell to work, it's gotta be loose. And if it's frozen at this point, then it's not gonna work.
Does anybody have a spell that can manipulate water?
Sure.
Because someone told me one time that snow was just really cold water, which
Well,
I
it
don't.
melts into water, doesn't it?
Yeah, but after you've peed in it, I don't know that I would drink it.
I mean, you're doing all kinds of inferent leaps here. I don't know how you get from whatever. Yes, I can shape water. You know, as much water as would fill, let's say, a 5-foot cube. So I'm not really sure how useful that's going to be in this context. Do you want me to make the snow transparent? I could do that. That might be interesting.
I would like to create like giant snowbanks or ice blocks in those roads so they can't get through them. I know they're made of stone, and if they bring one of those big guys, it may not matter. But I
Okay.
think we want them to come. We will need to figure out a way to get them to come down this path.
Okay. Yeah, so I can do that, but each time I can only have 2 of these cubes at one time. So when I make a third, the first one will dissolve into loose snow again. So I can't like build a wall of ice cubes. You thinking?
I do smell
Looking
something
at
burning.
Dirk's feet. He's got a wind wall. He doesn't have any other type of.
BRB.
Wind wall might be super useful, Dirk says. I could make huge snow drifts.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what. If we can get him to walk down that road, that is a great spot to release a stampede.
Oh yeah, we do have that, don't we?
A stampede of kittens this time, because you're due.
Where it is. Uh,
A stampede of kittens. Meow.
Do we think that the stone soldiers, if they saw us, would they come towards us? Like, do they specifically want us and know who we are?
Stone soldiers you think are real dumb. So,
Right.
you are you asking whether you think the Gorgons know you or not?
Well, I guess I'm wondering if we stood in the center and the stone soldiers saw us, would that be a tempting enough target that they would get deployed towards us and maybe leave other people alone? Like, are we attractive bait? I guess.
I
Is
think
the
you're
question.
incredibly attractive bait, each and every one of you. I would throw you on a hook and dangle you out in the open water.
Amazing.
You don't know.
Uh,
Like, think
yeah,
about
I
what you
mean,
do know about your encounters with them. I don't. It's a good question, and I like it. You haven't seen any evidence that they recognize you personally, but you haven't necessarily seen evidence that they don't either.
It's worth a shot, right?
Well, just thinking, we don't really know what they want, right? Like what the Gorgons they want to take over in general. I don't know. Would they
well,
go
they're
towards
working for Graz. They want the Bria stones.
a Bria stone if Dirk was say holding a large shiny one up?
That does seem to track for you. Or at least it will draw some sort of attention.
Because I'm just wondering, we have limited time to make pitfalls, and many of the ones we can make in a village would be inconvenient for people who live here. But if we could just lure them, well, like, we don't want to make a giant pit in the road.
Yeah, no, that would be, yeah.
So if we could just sort of lure them.
Could ride out to meet them.
You have to wait till dawn on the third day. Come on.
I mean, we could just try to make everything ice, right? And just watch the fucking stone soldiers fall over each other.
If you're heavy enough, you don't slip, really. Right? If you just.
I don't know. I've seen pickup trucks slip, and they're pretty heavy.
Yeah, I've never been heavy enough to try that out, says
Ooh.
the halfling. There's been a lot of commentary about my weight this episode. I just want to point out, I prefer to stay lean. It really helps with my rakish attitude and general demeanor.
So Dirk's wind wall is what, 50 feet?
Dirk's wind wall plus ice.
Is that
To make
no
it
100,
sort of an icy wind wall.
120 feet?
Ice on the
I was
road.
saying he could
in-
even just block those two roads. That's more than 120 feet though, isn't it? No,
If we
probably
could
not.
bowl them over, then it'd be like bowling pins.
If we can get this road a little icy,
Like aggressive bowling pins.
Dirk could put up a wind wall. The problem is it only lasts for a minute, so he wouldn't be able to do it till the battle starts. But just a wind wall that eastern side, so they have to come down the road. And then we unleash a stampede of butterflies that gets caught in the wind wall and just blown straight up in the air.
I love
It'll
this
be,
plan.
yeah, it'll be good.
We had some big rocks.
Well, that's why I was thinking bowl. But if we made the road, what if we made the road icy and then used the wind wall to try to push them all back? Because that will make them slip, and then they would fall.
I mean, it's fine. We still have to go kill them all, though, is the problem.
Well, yeah.
North is uphill. Is that correct?
The only way that is downhill is the bottom of the map. Top of the map and the right side of the map are uphill, and the bottom of the map is downhill. But this particular area is pretty flat. That's why they built a village here.
Town on it, yeah. Okay.
But generally speaking, it's slightly
If only
uphill.
these little properties were terraces of some kind to reflect like a real topography.
I didn't make the fucking map, Duncan.
Bill, are the are the Rangers? You've got what, 12 bowmen and what, 10 sword and board guys?
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
that
they can
accurate, or
all
could
no, they can all shoot and they can all fight. They're these guys are hard motherfuckers. Pound for
the problem
pound,
is
they're
that
probably harder than your average dwarven warrior. These guys see a lot of action.
I'm just trying to think of how useful bows and arrows are going to be against stone soldiers. Not
That's the
very.
problem. Yeah, and they've discovered that also.
And we would need to have a couple of them perched somewhere to essentially assassinate the Gorgons.
That they can do. They also have started carrying, I know they have swords in this picture, but they've also started carrying maces a lot more. It's, the dwarves, the stone soldiers are still resistant, but they do take some bludgeoning damage where they seem to take 0 piercing damage, for example.
What about this? What if we make some small snowbanks across those roads and we hide soldiers behind them? Right, so then we would meet them here with a group and continuously retreat because there's going to be a shitload of them, we assume. Right, and once they get to here, right, you have soldiers hiding here behind a snowbank of some sort. You have more hiding here, right? You could, you know, in theory, have some folks in between buildings. Where are the high points, Bill? I assume this building is.
That
You know,
building's sort of tall. I mean, it's 2 stories. Most of them are 1 story. The only one that's 3 stories is the big here. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of these are single-story houses.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I try to. The problem is we can't ice it and then be up there, right? So if we don't mind losing this quarter of town, right, then we can let them come in a little further.
How big is this well in the middle of the clearing? Or is it a fountain?
It's a fountain, but it is a drinking and bathing fountain. It's starting to get icy.
Yeah, so wait, people both drink out of it and bathe in it?
Uh, so you take the water from this to drink and bathe.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know that I would mix those two in the same spot. Yeah, the logistics of not having walls, I think, makes it tricky. And
Well,
unfortunately,
so
I have limited spells to use to try to direct them around.
I made this map in such a way that 1 of square is roughly 10 feet.
so but there's 6 inches of snow now. By the time they get here, we would expect because the snow has not slowed, right, Bill?
It has not slowed, no.
Ezra starts drawing
Actually,
the cold weather clothing out from
strike
the bag of holding.
that. It is starting to slow a little bit.
Is all right.
What's the
And it's
advantage?
evening now?
Yeah, it's getting dark. Sorry, what'd you say, Jana?
What's the advantage to the Gorgons of having it be snowing and cold? Do we
Well,
think they're bringing something that likes cold?
Soldiers don't get cold, probably.
Some people do.
They don't really get tired. It's probably a little easier for them to move around.
do you think Gorgons are, are they the way that we think of like reptiles or amphibians? Like, are they cold-blooded?
We should ask
Hi,
Dirk. Maybe
Foxy.
Dirk knows.
He thinks anytime we ask him a species-related question, he thinks of it as a great injustice. And yet he spends so much of his time reading and rereading that book he got from the library about lizards. That poor town. How much do you think it costs to replace that book that Dirk essentially stole from them?
Knowledge they will never have again.
Till the next herpetologist rolls around.
I mean,
Um,
I think we can prepare as much as we want, guys, but there's not a ton that we can do here until we actually know where they're coming from.
yeah, yeah.
Can we ask if the Rangers would send out a scout as far up as they can to find out, try and get like a little more information?
I can send scouts, yes, but every man we send away is one less for the battle. How many would you like me to send?
I mean, wouldn't they come back to tell us what they see?
If they, okay, if you ride out scouting for things and you see something, you'll report back. If you don't, it means they came from another direction and you're still out looking, right?
Yeah,
Are
but
there
then we
any
could send a runner to retrieve them.
animals around?
No. And it
What?
sounds like, since you've asked, it sounds like the people have moved a lot of their livestock into their homes. There is a communal barn. So that building there is the communal barn. Uh, it doesn't seem like people are trusting it right now.
That's interesting. Or people, yeah, people aren't really milling about. Have we talked to the leader of the village?
Not really, no.
Could we?
The little mayor.
Yeah,
You don't see anybody. There's nobody on the streets. People are looking at you through their windows, the little cracks between the boards they put up.
I'll go take a look inside of that group barn. Anything in the barn? Anything at all?
Yeah, there's one solitary cow. She's munching on some hay, looking bored.
Ezra will then go over to the adjacent home and knock politely on the door.
The closest home is this one here, I guess.
Why don't we just go to the mayor's house?
Yeah, it's right behind the barn. Let's go to the mayor's house.
Okay. It's all boarded up, but the lights are on inside. There's torches lit and there's fires.
Ezra knocks politely on the door.
There's a voice from the side. Hello.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Ezra Briarhip. I'm with the Orengar military. Our aid was requested, and we're here to provide that aid. I'm here with 30 rangers and an additional 5 or 6 quite capable adventurers.
Yes, you look very strong and capable. I hope you destroy the things that are going to come attack our village.
Why did all of the livestock get moved out of the barn?
Uh, People have the people here losing a cow is 20% of their wealth.
Yeah, so it would be easier to protect the livestock inside the home than in a separate barn. Okay. Uh, does the town have, or does the village have any kind of defenses? Any kind at all?
We're not a military outpost.
Okay. Um, and there's no town guard or anything like that?
We have a ranger house. There's usually 2 there.
Okay. Could you point it out to me?
It's right there.
Oh, thank you.
You can't see him. He's behind he hasn't opened the door.
Oh,
It's near the
could you?
barn. It's
Okay.
attached to the barn.
All right, we'll see if any of the rangers are still there. Um,
You know where the rangers are? Out of game?
We got them already.
that doesn't sound like me. What's your name?
Hold on. Oh, I have the perfect one for this. Hold on. My name?
Yeah,
It's Nippy McWiffles.
Nippy. Mayor Nippy. Is there
Mr.
anything,
McWiffles, please.
Mr. McWiffles, is there anything in particular that you want us to be aware of as the people here to protect the village?
Uh,
Any advisement?
uh, Military advisement isn't exactly my specialty. I'm the mayor of a tiny hamlet.
Well, this
mostly
would be
help people regulate their disputes.
yeah, this would be a time to outline things that you would or wouldn't want us to do in protection of the town.
Don't let it be destroyed.
It's good.
And
Like, would the weather is not very amenable to this, but for instance, would you be open to us creating a ring of fire around the town to
fire?
attempt to
A ring
protect
of
it? Yeah.
fire? Wouldn't that burn the crops?
Well, exactly. So this is why I'm saying I want you to
Why
anything
would
that
you
you do or
burn?
do
Why
not.
would you make a ring of fire?
It's a hypothetical. I am
Is it
not
gonna come
going
close
to.
to my home?
One, I'm not going to. Two, the snow would prevent us from doing so. Three, I'm not going to.
Why is it
Nor
snowing
will
outside?
I don't know.
Doesn't that seem strange to you? Is it because of the
Yeah.
monsters? Did they bring snow with them? Are they snow monsters? Should we build a big
Uh,
fire to fight them?
no. It seems they're made out of stone. Fire, I don't think is particularly effective against them. Except if you got it like really, really hot and they would melt.
Oh,
But
it's the
it would have
same
to be like,
stone soldiers that we've been hearing about?
yeah.
That's terrible. We're all gonna die, aren't we? We're all gonna die.
No, we're gonna save this place, or at least do everything we can to do so.
Oh god, the stone soldiers are coming. I'm gonna be a stone soldier.
All right, thanks.
I'm too young to be a stone soldier.
That went well.
Hey guys, do you think that we should try to convince people to leave? Or do we think that they'll just get attacked on the road then?
And go where? It's
Yeah.
freezing out.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to leave anyway. They're not going to leave their animals.
Yeah, you guys, I think we should send a scout out each road. Like
I like that idea.
one out each road, because if we're, you know, and have them go, I don't know. We think on the third morning of the third day, so we think it's going to be either tonight or tomorrow morning. So stone soldiers don't move that fast. We could ask each of the scouts to go out 4 hours. If they don't see anything, they can turn around. Something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
What do you
I
think?
like that. Okay, you know what? Hey, Ezra cast Detect Magic,
Um,
but not as a ritual, because I can't do that.
yeah. Some of the dwarves are casters. All the rangers have some magical abilities. Some of them have magical items.
No residual magic in the snow.
No.
Well, I'm out of ideas. We're kind of grasping at straws here, guys. We could cut some of these trees down to create some sort of like rolling log traps.
All right, so you're gonna send a scout out to each road, is that correct?
I don't. Do we need to send one back the way we came? Like, how
No.
could an army that's that big? So we need to send two soldiers out, or two scouts out, one north and one east, right?
Yeah, well, you don't know how many are coming at you, right? You have like some estimates, but yeah.
Just feel like those things would be really useful to know.
Great. I'm sending 2 scouts out.
Thank you.
Which way are they going? Can you decide as a group and then highlight exactly which direction they're going to go? Are they going to take the road south or the road west and the road north?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you roll for them? Let's somebody roll me a d20 for the one going towards the bottom of the map, and somebody roll me a d20 for the one going towards the right of the map. But tell me which one is which, and tell me who's rolling what.
Go ahead and roll, Jenna. Your idea.
Alright. I'll roll for the one going north.
What's Jana's stealth modifier?
Uh,
Plus 1,000.
14.
Plus 14. That's too much. Do you have anything that's like in the plus 10 range?
Perception?
Okay, roll me perception checks.
Okay.
And tell me which one you're rolling first. Like, are you rolling the one going north first or the one going east first?
Rolling north first.
Okay, tell me what you get.
23.
Okay.
And 13.
Okay. That was the one going east?
Yes.
Okay. Meanwhile, where are you going to position people? And what are you going to do? Right now, you're all just hanging out in the town circle. The snow is starting to slow.
I'm gonna assign one of my squads to close off each. So 2 squads are gonna go up and try to make a giant snowbank on those 2 roads, coming from the north. Yep. So put a squad on each one of those spots, and I want them to make a snowbank that they can hide behind.
Where do we end up on ice? We thinking ice?
We're thinking abolish ice. I think we're ending up there.
Well, the problem is if we're gonna go up there and fight, we don't want to be on the ice as well. So unless we have a plan to, like, when they fall on the ice, like, to damage them somehow, I don't know that it's worth, like, having them slip up here, right? Doesn't make a ton of sense if we can't actually get to them and harm them. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But I do think we should get a couple of the archers at high points. I mean, realistically, I wouldn't tell the rangers what to do. I would just want to know what they are doing, right? Because what's his name? Like, these guys are grizzled soldiers. They know what they're doing.
Yep. He's basically stashing them. So each one of those rangers is actually 2 rangers.
Yep.
Okay.
So everyone's boarded their houses up. Is that what I understand? Like, these people up here are in their houses and their doors are boarded.
Correct.
So we can't even evacuate them at this point.
There's one squad left in the town sort of center. There's 2 rangers with their commander left in the town center. You got the 2 squads. They've built little walls.
I'd like them there. Let's put the other squad down here just in case.
You can move them, I think.
Actually gonna split 'em. I want them in this area, just in case we get word that they're coming from a different direction. And then I think we just need to wait till we hear a scout.
I think that makes sense. I mean, dude, sir, when you're from here, can you think of anything? I mean, like the snow could be used to disguise troop movements or obscure troop movements. It could be used to kind of damage our morale. I'm struggling to think of anything that's more powerful in snow or cold weather.
Frostbite.
Yeah, I mean, other like stone soldiers aren't going to feel the cold or get frostbitten or care
Yeah.
that they have to like slog through snow,
Okay.
right? All of our soldiers will.
What else is more
Okay.
powerful in the snow? Sledding.
Yetis. You
Oh,
think they
good
have
one.
Yetis?
They have Yetis. You are in the mountains. They
There's no
found the
yet. There's no
abominable
Yetis.
snowmen.
There's no Yetis.
Oh, damn.
Hey,
Wait a
in
minute.
this
This is
part of the
my world.
mountain,
Sorry,
I got to
Jody.
be honest with you. I'm not thrilled that we left Hargle.
No.
Now,
I think
now
we
that I'm
let him
here,
off the hook a little too easy.
um,
in this part of the mountain, are there still caves?
You're not really. You're more in the valley than the mountains right now.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask Zerwin. Zerwin, do we need to be worried about caves here? About stone soldiers digging up around here? Or do
Well,
we
it's
not
going to be
need to?
harder for them to dig in the frozen tundra.
yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm more worried that because we've been burned before, that Hargle already kind of shared what we were going to do. Let Ara know that we were moving that way, and they're planning on coming from that direction.
You wound me that you would think my NPCs would betray you.
But
Yeah,
I don't
me,
think there's
me
not a whole
too.
lot else for us to do other than wait at this point. Geldis, get that stampede bottle ready, because if they come down this road, I
Oh
think we
yeah,
let
I
them.
should find that.
I think we let them have it.
I start emptying my pockets.
I'm not prepared for the headache of you emptying your pockets right now. I don't have shit written down. I wasn't prepared, so you're gonna have to make shit up for emptying your pockets. Um. Okay. Probably 45 minutes later, this scout comes riding back at top speed.
Which one?
The one from the north?
Yep.
Hey, they're not. They're not on the road. They're not coming down the road. They're coming off. They're coming from the north, slightly west. They're just. I caught a glimpse. Um, they're not far. They're half an hour's distance from here. We've got a half an hour to get ready, and then they're going to be here. I would say roughly they will be coming from this direction.
Let them come.
Did you get a sense of numbers?
Probably uh, twice our number, maybe. But they do have two giants with them.
Did you see any Gorgons?
I saw at least 3.
They frost giants?
No, they're stone
They're stone.
giants,
They're stone giants.
but
Any dragons?
they might have been hill giants or mountain giants. It might have been anything previously. Any what?
Just checking. I don't think you have a lot of dragons around here.
God, no, there hasn't been a dragon spotted here in hundreds of years.
Out of game, we haven't seen stone soldiers use bow and arrows at all, right?
You have not.
They throw rocks at us and shit.
Oh, they
And
mostly
walk up
use
and punch
weapons.
us.
But weren't they throwing rocks at somebody who was up in a tree
Yes, they did that
last
too.
battle? Okay. So we got a half hour, huh? So yeah, let's get some guys moved.
The Rangers are immediately repositioning.
Yep. I'm gonna send a squad. I don't know how we're gonna save this fucking town. So many of these people are gonna die. It's a stupid thing to do to fucking board yourselves into a house. I don't think. All right. So, Jana, why don't you find some elevation?
So there's already Rangers up in the tallest spots.
Uh-huh.
I'll mark them for you.
Okay.
Is this a second story?
Sort of.
Is
It's
this
like
tree
1.5
taller than that?
story. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. All the big trees are taller than that.
Gonna climb that tree then.
Ezra, do you want to get some elevation?
Oh, the barn is 2 stories. I guess I should have said that.
Not if you're talking about throwing me.
Oh, Jesus Christ, we'll get you up there.
You'll have to toss me.
Yeah, sure. I'll go up. Yeah, safer on the roof.
Oops.
Oh. Um. I still don't. I think these guys can continue to hide behind their snowbanks and come out. Once they're in, it's just gonna be harder. Is there any way to get them to funnel them into here? Because if we could get them, think about this. If we could somehow get them in between those 2 roads, we can kind of close them off on that side and that side. Problem is, these people are all going to get fucked up.
That's if we have Dirk stand there with a Bria stone, see if they chase him.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I was thinking of like hosting some sort of like pig roast or something in the middle of town, but they don't eat. But they would want the Bria stone, right?
So we have Dirk sort of meet them out here and run back through.
Yeah, so that they just chase instead of ransacking the houses.
And then he could try to wind wall. Well, his wind wall, if he's running away, isn't really going to work. I really don't like those giants.
Yeah, dwarves and giants. That's a tale as old as time.
What if he wind walls?
Where's the guy? Where's the leader of the Rangers right now?
He's there. He's right in the
Is
middle of
that
town.
Are you talking about you? You're with us.
Yes, that's him, Zerwin. You got him.
Yeah, no, we're not Rangers. We're the spicy oranges.
Oh,
I run over to him. I was like, "Hey, what's the goal here? Are we like those people are not gonna be happy once this fight starts? Like they should not have boarded themselves in their houses. Like, what's the most important goal here? Is it just to wipe out the entire army or wipe out the force?
I would say so, yes.
All right.
They're not coming here to destroy the village. They're coming here to make new soldiers. They might destroy the village in the process. But they're coming here, those Gorgons are coming here to make everyone here a stone soldier. They know they're going to have to break a few eggs to make that happen, but they're not going to be expecting us, and that's our biggest advantage.
So if they're coming from the north, if we hide everybody like in the trees and stuff,
I've already made my
and
rangers hide. You can't see any of the rangers except for the 4 standing near him right now.
we could all hide toward the north end of town too, and then as they start to try to break into the houses, we just unleash hell. I have some spells that might slow them down a little bit.
You also already have 2 squads hiding basically in snowbanks. That's what you told them to do.
Yep. So, but my question is, are they going to come in? If they're coming from this direction, do we think they're just going to start killing these people first?
Well, turning them into stone soldiers, I would think so.
Well, it takes,
Yeah.
I don't think it's like an immediate turning them into stone soldiers, right? They're going to either capture them or kill them and then take the bodies back and turn them into stone soldiers.
Yeah, they kill them
Yeah.
and lay them out in rows, right? That's what that happened last time.
So if we're hiding back here, we're just letting these people die, apparently.
Why don't you move your squads up, Zerwin?
Thought we are already moved.
Well,
Oh, wait,
they're
I
already
see.
they're hiding. We could move them out of their hiding spots, but then we lose sort of.
You don't have time.
Yeah.
The rangers are like, you don't have time. You've made a kill box. You got to stick with it now. You got to get them in there somehow and fight it out in there.
So we're gonna have Dirk come up here. I think we should start making our way. The oranges should be this way, or the rest of the rangers should go up there, right? And then we close them in this direction.
Hammer and anvil. Who's the hammer and who's the anvil? None of us are cavalry, so that kind of charge doesn't
No,
work against stone soldiers anyway.
Yep.
we got a battle full of cavalry. Don't worry.
What?
That's right.
Let's send the. Let's talk to the rangers. Have them go to the road up here and hide, and we'll when they come through, we'll try to get them into this box, and we'll stay here. We'll stay on this side. Other than Jana and Ezra, if you're going to get up somewhere, get some height. I don't know, Ezra, if you want to try to get up here.
I'll put my men in position, and then I'll give them a signal when we want them to come out and attack from the rear. I'm not
Why is
putting
Ezra
them
over
directly
there?
in the path.
I don't know
Ezra,
where you want me.
I put you somewhere and you moved yourself. I want you right there.
Okay.
Dirk is going to be out here. He is not thrilled with being the bait. And then we're at, so Gelidus, I want you. Sorry, that's Owen. I would like Gelidus with this squad.
That means Owen's there also.
And I will hide. You know what? I think I need to be closer.
If we don't want Dirk to be the bait, I can be the bait.
You think Dirk's going to give you his Bria Stone?
No, but if he dies, we can take it.
Well, do you already have it?
I don't think so.
Which one of
Well,
you?
Maybe we should check to see whether he's holding it or not.
Well, I also, if you're going to be the bait, you have the bottle, you have the Stampede bottle, which I would like to run through this kill box before we send our men in.
Hey,
Oh,
Do you
oh
guys?
no, I'm not saying I'm physically going to be the bait. I have a spell that creates an illusionary copy of myself, and so I could and it turns me invisible,
Do you guys want to
and I
try
just send
something?
it.
Try what?
Sure.
Actually, could we get as many of the Rangers like to stand next to me as possible, just for like 30 seconds, please? You got it. Do you trust me?
Can you just tell me why?
I'm gonna I'm gonna play a magic recorder, and it's gonna make their weapons do extra things.
Then you won't be able to hear anybody.
Yeah,
I
pop down.
well,
Hold on, hold on. If you pop down right here,
I
you'll
can't
be able
see
to
where
hit
you're.
several of the Rangers,
Sure, maybe I'll just
plus
wander through
those two
town playing the
squads of
recorder.
dwarves. You'll hit 2 squads of dwarves, plus several Rangers, plus Gelidus and Owen and Zerwin.
Ezra unsheaths the recorder. Come on, lungs, don't fail me now. Hey Dirk, do you want to come over and help me with this? Maybe you can do the fingering.
Excuse me?
That's what
Just
it's
have Owen
called.
help you.
All right, I'm gonna do my performance check with
Have Owen
advantage because
have Owen help you.
Owen's fingering me.
Roll me a d20.
Dirty 20.
No, just the d20. There's no
Oh,
modifiers.
15. I thought it was a performance check.
Oh, right. First the performance check, then the d20. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
First performance check.
okay. So a dirty 20 for the performance check, and then a raw d20. I get a 5.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, you temporarily increase your charisma score by 3.
God damn. I don't know how to easily.
What was the second number? A 5, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Pick 7 soldiers or 7 people within the radius, and they are blessed for the duration of this battle.
I pick my friends. And me.
Get 7.
Yeah, well, if Helginda is with us, that makes about 7.
Oh yeah, we don't have a Helginda marker. You better put her on here if you wanted to fight.
Also, Jana's not near you. Neither is Dirk. So you can't give it to all of your friends. Give it to me, yourself, Gelidus, Owen, Helga.
Yeah, I allow Zerwin to pick the 7.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's give it to we'll give it to the 2 Rangers.
So, when the very first attack roll or saving throw. Oh no. Sorry. Every time in this battle that those 7 people make an attack roll or saving throw, you add a d4 for
How's
the
that feel?
duration of the day. So that's going to end tomorrow at sunset, basically. Hot damn, that was pretty good. Nicely done, Ezra.
Well, I have a feeling it could have been even better.
All right, well,
Does
fuck you then.
does this mean that your book blessed us?
No, it's this flute that you're not allowed to take from me.
I don't take anything from you, Ezra.
Sorry, Ezra, you're not hearing anything he's saying right now.
Oh. I thought that maybe I rolled well enough that this wasn't going to happen.
Nope, you can only hear everything every time that something makes noise, it sounds like the recorder. Question is for how long? For 31 minutes.
So right around the time that they show up.
It'll be just after they show up, yeah.
It's fine.
Okay. All right, we're all good. Everybody's good. We like what's happening now. All right. Here we go. The reveal.
Are they everywhere?
Coming out of the woods to the northwest. Each one of those little dots represents 2 stone soldiers. The giants are singular giants, and the gorgons are singular gorgons. We're going to end right there so that you can see where this is and what's happening. It'll give you the week to think of any last minute things you might want to do. Ezra, we're going to say that you are deaf for the first 2 rounds. We will immediately roll initiative and begin the battle. The battle of the blizzard. The fight of the flakes. The slaughter in the snow. And that's where we'll end right now. Give each other danger awesome points, friends.
I'll give mine to Ezra for blessing everyone.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm gonna give mine to Jana for insisting we send out scouts.
That was pretty good.
Doing the cleric's job over here.
I don't have the spell.
You could though.
I could, but it's not worth the concentration. I already
You're
dropped.
muted, Jenna.
I'll give mine to Zerwin for being our main character again tonight.
Yeah. Zerwood for the talking to the Grun.
I cannot tell you how much better I feel that you could have gone through this whole chapter without ever encountering the mass amounts of lore I built for this. So thank you. Thank you. That's funny. Yeah. All right, very good. I'm going to end the stream. Good night, Proxy. Good night, Hannah. Have a good
Thanks
night,
for
guys.
watching,
Everybody.
folks.